What is up, guys? It's your boy CFC Shingi, and we up, we up and running for the new Premier League season, guys. Chelsea 3, Real Sociedad 1, and yeah, preseason is over. That was the last game of the preseason, and now the next review will be the Premier League match against Fulham. Um, Now I didn't watch most of this match, to be honest. I did not watch most of this match. I was busy, but I think I saw I think I saw two goals. I saw I saw Real Sociedad's equalizer, and then I saw Joao Pedro's second goal, like the third goal that we scored. And the first half, from what I was seeing, what I can say is that yeah, Pedro Neto and Robert Sanchez were probably the better players in that match. Morgan Rogers, I mean, he was putting good balls into the box for Joao Pedro. He looks like he's the passer that we're looking for. For you Jackson fans, he is the passer that we're looking for. And there were problems though. There were problems. For example, Real Sociedad were hitting us on the counter a lot of the time. They were hitting us a lot of the time, but because their quality is not up there, because they're not really a team that has much quality, they could not score more goals. They could not score more goals. Robert Sanchez pulling up great saves as well. But if it's a team like PSG, Manchester City, Real Madrid, they're scoring more goals against us. All right, they're putting like three past us, in that match, and that's a problem right there. I feel like we need another midfielder. We need another midfielder so that they can control the game. You know, we have not really replaced Nemanja Matic, to be honest. We need that person. We need that guy. All right, because Caicedo, yes, you can say he's that type of midfielder who can stop counter attacks, control the ball, but he's not. Caicedo is more of an eight now. He's more of an eight. He can get forward. Caicedo can get forward. He can hit those through balls. He can score goals as well, like especially from outside the box. Reece James, yeah, usually a guy who is good in midfield. He's usually a guy good in midfield, but in this game he wasn't. He wasn't. You think that he would be great defensively, but he wasn't. He wasn't good defensively. And are we gonna get another midfielder? I do not know. I think we should. Well, I think we should get another midfielder. If Enzo leaves, where I'm gonna get to, then we should get two midfielders. But yeah, let's talk about João Pedro. João Pedro, man. This guy, he is world class, and the reason why he's untouchable, and the reason why we tied him down to another contract. João Pedro scored 15 goals last season in a team that was washed. We were washed like the clothes that I'm wearing. Washed like, yeah, we were so washed last season. We finished 10th last season. He scored 15 goals. Nah, man, that's actually pretty mad. That's actually pretty mad. And he's finishing as well. He has a variety of finishing, and he just makes me. He just makes me, think about the Jackson days and be like, whoo, man, so glad that Jackson is not a main striker anymore. It's this guy, Joao Pedro, and I think with this guy, yeah, we can easily get top four next season. Easily, all right. They, I bet in the Pochettino season, if Jackson was a good finisher, would have easily gone top four that season. But yeah, that is not what happened. But Joao Pedro, he is that guy. He is that guy, and he's a guy who deserves to be competing for golden boots. Alright, he deserves to be competing for golden boots. Alright, he is probably the second best striker after Holland. He is the best striker after Holland, and Igor Thiago, you can say yeah, Igor Thiago, but yeah, you saw Igor Thiago in the World Cup. He when the lights are bright for Igor Thiago, he doesn't deliver. You know, always delivers when nobody's watching. But Joao Pedro, yeah, he has shown that he is our striker. He is the striker that should start for us. All right. Um, and then we come back to Maxence Lacroix, who looks big. To be honest, he looks big, and I want to come back to. We have lots of big physical players now. All right, we have lots of height, lots of physicality in our team, and I like that. I like that. We didn't have that for a very long time. You know, we get easily getting bullied off the ball. Um, Morgan Rogers, I don't think he's a player who you can easily bully off the ball. He's not. So that gives him an advantage. You know, I think Morgan Rogers, the passes that he was making as well into, the cutbacks that I was making, really good cutbacks. All right, and I missed that. I think he's gonna be a good signing, and he's gonna be contributing a lot to that. Cole Palmer, jeez, man. Cole Palmer, I just want him to get back to the levels he was 3 seasons ago in the Poch season. I just want him to get back. If Cole Palmer gets back to that level, we are winning the Premier League without a doubt. With Joao Pedro scoring and Palmer scoring the way he did 3 seasons ago, yeah, we're winning the Premier League. We're winning the Premier League with Morgan Rogers as well, scoring those finesse shots that he used to score at Aston Villa, those long shots that he used to score at Aston Villa. Yeah, the title. Arsenal, we're coming for the title. We're coming for the title, but yeah, I think we need to sort out the problem of being hit on the counter attacks. We cannot let teams equalize. All right, especially at the bridge. I understand last season we dropped 19 points from winning positions, 17 of them at home. Bruh, that's actually crazy. That is crazy. All right, and we need to improve on that. We cannot be dropping important points, right? Because those 19 points could have potentially um, led us to a title race. Although they could have potentially led us to a good season. And yeah, Pedro Neto, I have to say, he's very good at wing back. Very good at wing back, but I still think he should go because it's just preseason, guys. It's just preseason. Who knows? Pedro Neto may, when the season starts, he can actually go back to the shenanigans that he was pulling last season. You know, maybe won a good counter attack and then he just decides to cut back. He just decides to pass it back. Nah, man. He just decides to go backwards. Nah. I feel like Pedro Neto, this preseason that we've been giving chances preseason, yeah. I feel like that should be a benchmark for clubs coming in. Like the previous video that I was saying, Al Hilal apparently agreed personal terms with Pedro Neto. Now, I don't know how true that is, but Pedro Neto, he has to go. He has to go. We need wingers who are much more consistent, or wing backs who are much more consistent. Maybe a wing back, he may be good. His crosses into the box, they were great. His runs were good. He was taking a man on, something I was waiting for. But I don't know if he's gonna be consistent. I do not know if he's gonna be consistent. He has to be consistent to convince me that you know, he's gonna be an important player in our squad. And then we come back to I forgot to mention Morgan Rogers getting his first goal at Stamford Bridge. 2 minutes in, or 10 minutes in. I don't remember how minutes that he came in, and yeah, it was just a tap in. Pedro Neto obviously crossing the ball into the box. Shaw Pedro heading it, and the keeper parrying it and straight into the path of Morgan Rogers. I think that's a really good confidence booster, and probably a preview of maybe Morgan Rogers being in the right place at the right time in most games. Probably he's that kind of player who is gonna be in the right place at the right time. And then Real Sociedad, their goal, brilliant goal from Aaron Burrow. Yeah, Aaron Buru. He's the left back for Real Sociedad. That was a brilliant goal. I didn't expect that goal to. I didn't expect that ball to go in when he hit it, but yeah, fair play to him. And then Enzo Fernandez, man. I'm gonna end this video with Enzo Fernandez, and he got a mixed reception when he came on. Um, got booed, but then those booed were drowned out by fans chanting, "Oh, Enzo Fernandez, oh, Enzo Fernandez." And I gotta be real with you. This saga is not over. Manchester City still want Enzo Fernandez. They still want Enzo Fernandez, but we have the bargaining chips now. We have control now. Okay, if you want Enzo Fernandez, give us 135 million or 140 million pounds. All right, take it or leave it. All right. Now Enzo Fernandez, I'm so glad he hasn't straight up told Xabi Alonso that, oh, I want to leave. I want to leave. He hasn't told Xabi Alonso that, and I'll be happy to keep Enzo Fernandez. All right, I'll be happy to keep him. I know in my previous video I said, yeah, he should go because Papi doesn't want to play at Chelsea, but he was given the captain's armband, showed up to training, and yeah, man, fans still love him. The fans still love him. I feel like he should stay. He should stay. You should give. I understand that. Yes, um, 4 years into the project, he's the franchise player basically for Chelsea, and 4 years into the project, he hasn't qualified for Champions League 3 times. Yeah, you can understand his frustrations. He wants to play Champions League, cool. And until he says, "Yo, I want to leave," I want to go to Manchester City, then yeah, we can actually keep him. We'll be happy to keep him, and until he agrees personal terms with Manchester City, and he tells the Chelsea board, he tells Chelsea that, yeah, I'm done here. I want to leave. I'm gonna leave. But otherwise, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think we're ready for the season. With the new signings that we have, we're ready for the season. I still think there are certain areas that need to be improved. For example, we need another midfielder and another centre back, or maybe we could use Josh Achiampong in that regard. But otherwise, guys, great win, great win to end preseason, and yeah, I'm looking forward to Fulham. Hopefully, we win that game, and yeah, today I think Manchester City are playing Arsenal in the Community Shield, and we're gonna see how that goes. Football is back, everyone, and yeah, we're here for it. We're here for it, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.